Ayo, back at it again with another video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So, over the weekend, there was a rebellion, there was a civil war, there was an attempted coup in Russia. We have no idea, which is insane. So basically, last video I did was about the attempted coup by the Wagner forces. And basically, Yevgeny Prigozhin got off scot-free, essentially, which is crazy. So ultimately what happened, Prigozhin's forces, they asserted control of Rostov-on-Don, a city of 1 million, and seized control of the southern military district. They seized the headquarters of Southern Military District in Russia, so the brown down here. So if we zoom in, so places like the annexed Crimea, most of the Caucasus, much of Rostov-on-Don is down here. So much of this area right here. Apparently there's other military districts. There's one right here in red, one right here in blue, one right here, big one here in green, and then there's big eastern military district over here in Siberia, Vladivostok over here. So basically, they controlled, and this is the building, the military headquarters over the southern military district of Russia. Basically, the Wagner forces were like, yeah, we're just gonna capture it and then move on. You got a picture down here. So Rostov is right here. Volgograd, if you know your World War II history, that is Stalingrad on the Volga River. So that's as far as the Germans got east at Volgograd. The Wagner forces went to capture Rostov, moved up towards Voronezh, and then were pushing towards Moscow. Again, this is crazy, but this is Russia we're talking about. So, is Prigozhin either A, dead man walking because he challenged the authority of President Putin, or by some brokered deal is he the next president of Russia? Which sounds crazy, but we have no idea what this negotiation with Lukashenko entailed. I think Prigozhin was talking with Lukashenko because Lukashenko knew that if Putin fell, that his rule would be challenged as well in Belarus. But Prigozhin's announcement, I'm still trying to figure out how to process this. No, hold on. This is what I wanted, sorry. Belarusian President Lukashenko reportedly spoke to Prigozhin at Putin's request, brokering a settlement in which Wagner forces agreed to halt their advance and return to their base. So this is what Prigozhin said right here in blue, highlighted. They wanted to, quote, disband the Wagner military company. We embarked on a, quote, march of justice. I don't think Putin thought it was a march of justice. I think he thought it was treason. Tomato, tomato. On June 23rd, they went on this march of justice. In 24 hours, we got to within 200 kilometers of Moscow. In this time, we did not spill a single drop of our fighters' blood. But they did kill a bunch of Russian pilots. Now the moment has come when blood could be spilled, understanding responsibility. The Russian blood will be spilled on one side. We are turning our columns around and going back to field camps as planned. So that's what Prigozhin said in an official, I think it was a voice statement on Telegram. Around 11 p.m. on June 24th, Wagner began withdrawing their forces from Rostov-on-Don. Video circulated on Russian social media showing residents cheering as they left the city. So that doesn't spell good for Putin. If the dude that was challenging your authority Look at this. A crowd in Rostov-on-Don watching a Wagner tank with flowers sticking out of the muzzle of the tank. Look at that. That's wild. How do I exit out of here? No, there we go. Anyways, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov, this little weasel, announced that the charges against Prigozhin will be dropped and that Prigozhin will be sent to Belarus. This is, according to Peskov, Wagner fighters would not face prosecution, and those who did not participate in the rebellion would have the option to sign contracts with the MOD, the Ministry of Defense. And Wagner as a whole would return to its previous wartime deployment locations. Putin's office reportedly expressed gratitude to Lukashenko for his efforts in ending the rebellion. So, is Prigozhin a dead man walking because he challenged Putin's authority and somehow he's going to end up falling out of a window? Or is he running for president of Russia in 2024? And we all know that elections in Russia are rigged. We all know it. Is this the FSB trying to peacefully transfer power, or what is this? Because I am very confused. The rebellion was widely described as the biggest challenge to Putin's 23-year-long rule. You know, his strongman image was diminished by the revolt. Yeah, I mean, he was running scared. He was, holed up, in a bunker waiting for his demise? Yeah, he was running scared. I think this is crazy. Blinken said today is June 25th, that the event showed real cracks in Putin's government, noting, if you put this in context, 16 months ago, Putin was on the doorstep of Kyiv, trying to take the city, and now he has to defend Moscow. Life comes at you quick. Life comes at you really quick. Maybe not as quick as you like. 16 months is a pretty long time, but imagine being on the outskirts of Kyiv, hoping for a Victory Day parade. We're going to take Kyiv in 3 days, and then like a year and a little less than half later, you're like, oh, well, there's a rebellion, and I'm, holed up in my bunker waiting for it to end. And imagine, just for a second, it's this guy versus this guy and this guy. And basically we have, hold on. And the peace was brokered by this little weasel right here. This is crazy. This is madness. I'm gonna be honest, Prigozhin will be a terrible president. But is he next after Putin? I have no idea. Only time will tell. Or he finds himself being thrown out of a window for challenging Putin's authority. Again, only time will tell. With that being said, that is the end of the video. This is crazy. We'll have to make some more videos on this, but we'll wait a little bit and find more details in the next couple of days, couple weeks. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces.